What's up, everybody? DinoPawnz here, coming at you from the Codenexus in the Otherside Metaverse. And today is a special day because today I want to share with you guys all of my tips and tricks on how to be the #1 player in the Otherside. Now, have you ever felt down? Have you ever felt that you just weren't good enough to compete with some of the best players in the Metaverse? Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to live this way anymore. It doesn't have to be you. You can be great. Say it with me now. You can be great. And all you need is just a tad bit of assistance from your coach, DinoPawnz. Now, I'm going to begin by showing you everything that you're doing wrong, starting with jumping. Yes, you are jumping incorrectly. When you jump, you do not want to tap the spacebar 2 times. As you can see there, my mutant did not make it onto that tree. I am not a happy mutant. This face, not happy. So then, DinoPawnz, what is the correct way to jump? Well, the correct way to jump is actually to hit the jump button 3 times, not 2. The first time you hit the jump button is when you jump off of the ledge. Then, at the peak of your jump, you will double tap the jump button and safely land atop of this tree. Now my mutant is extremely happy, as he can live amongst the tree people. Now, don't gloss over the fact that I said double tap the jump button at the peak of your jump. This is very important, especially for certain challenges where you need the bit of extra height. Make sure you wait a split second before double tapping the jump button to go into your glide at the very peak of your height to get the maximum amount of altitude. Jumping with proper technique can unlock tremendous new pathways for you. And when I say tremendous new pathways, I mean tremendous new pathways. Now, let's move on to some of your other flaws. For one thing, you are gliding incorrectly. Now, it's not your fault. There was nobody there to teach you right from wrong. But now I'm here to teach you how to glide properly. So when you are gliding, you do not want to hold your W key. This right here is called lackadaisical flying. You are traveling in a straight line and moving a lot slower than you should be. If you want to glide properly, you should let go of your W key and hold onto your A or D keys and do what's known as strafe gliding. Now, if strafe gliding poses too much of a challenge for you, you can do the amateur version of strafe gliding, which is to hold your W and A or W and D keys in combination to do what is kind of a strafe glide. However, this is still a mid-Z glide, and I do not recommend this over simply holding your A or D keys by themselves to get the maximum amount of speed when gliding. Alright, so now that we've corrected your jumping and your gliding, let's go on and correct something else of yours. Your movements. Yeah, your movement needs work. But fear not, I'm here to teach you how to move properly. So, if you look down at your keyboard, you will notice that there are 4 directional keys, not just 1. They are W, A, S, and D. These keys, when used in combination, can help you maneuver around the map without the need to rotate your camera. This becomes extremely useful, especially when your attention is required elsewhere, such as preparing for your next big jump. A solid way to practice your movement and get familiar with your W, A, S, and D keys is to do as I do and perform a 360 jump as you move in a direction. As you can see, this is a lot better than turning your entire camera every time you want to perform a 360 jump. W, A, S, and D allows you to maneuver around much more smoothly and much more accurately. To get even better, you can try doing it while moving in every direction. such as left, right, straight, and backwards. In the air, our movement is just as critical as on the ground. Because we now know that strafe gliding using our A and D keys is the proper way to glide, the way we utilize our camera angle while gliding becomes vastly important. Let me demonstrate. In the air, when we are strafe gliding, the only way to maneuver is to turn the camera in the direction we want to go to. Having full control over the angle that your camera is facing is key to having full control over the direction that your avatar travels to. Now, while we're on the topic of movement, let's move away from some of the amateur stuff and move on to some of the advanced stuff, shall we? Bunny hopping. Bunny hopping is a fun technique that in the Otherside is massively helpful and is a key reason as to how I stay on top of many of the leaderboards within the Otherside. A single bunny hop in a challenge can be the difference between first and second place. In fact, most of the players on Otherside do not utilize the bunny hop at all when it comes to the challenges. So what is bunny hopping? Bunny hopping, or bee hopping, is a movement technique where players rapidly chain jumps to gain or maintain speed, which often exceeds the normal running limits and allows for faster map traversal. Popularized in games like Counter-Strike 2, bunny hopping exploits game physics by minimizing the ground friction, essentially exploiting a bug that's become a core skill in many titles. In the hands of an amateur, a bunny hop can act as a crutch to help mitigate some of your other weaknesses. In the hands of a pro, a well-timed bunny hop can increase the maximum speed at which you traverse the map. Let me demonstrate. As you can see here, we are utilizing the rails to pick up speed, jumping, and then jumping again the moment our feet touch the ground in order to preserve our momentum. In Otherside, the rails are the fastest form of travel. However, in this clip, we're using bunny hopping to traverse the rails faster than normally possible. As you can see here, our momentum is preserved even while on the ground with well-timed jumps the moment our feet touch the floor. Any questions? Alright then, let's move on to your final lesson. And don't worry, this one's a short one. Landing. Yup, you are landing improperly. The correct way to land is when you come off of a glide, let go of your space key, and land on your feet. Why would we do this? Well, for two reasons. Number one, falling is faster than gliding. And number two, when coming off of a glide, landing on your feet is the only way to perform a well-timed jump to perform a bunny hop. And as you know, bunny hopping is the only way for us to maintain momentum that comes from our glide. And that's gonna do it for DinoPawnz' tips and tricks for traversing the Otherside. I hope you guys took something away from this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, everybody.